everyone. So before you watch this video, you should have watched the first video that I posted and filled out numbers 1 through 24 on your AR verbs vocab list. Those are the definitions of those AR verbs. This is the second part of those notes, which is about conjugating. So it's more grammar and explains how to use those verbs in a sentence. Okay, so this word conjugating, I mean, it is an English word. It kind of maybe is a word that you haven't heard of, but it is something that we do in English all the time. And most other languages do it. Spanish does it, Italian does it, and a lot of others. So in order to use a verb in almost every sentence, we need to change it, okay? This happens in English and Spanish. It's just that you don't think about it in English because it's your first language, right? So you don't think too much about, how to form sentences as far as the grammar. You just kind of know how to do that because it's your first language. But obviously Spanish is something that you're learning, so we have to sort of figure that out more deliberately. All right, so when you change a verb to use it in a sentence, that's called conjugating. So conjugating is important because the list that you have with those AR verbs, those are all what's called infinitives. And so you have to dance, to sing, to eat. When you use those to talk about people, you change that a little bit, right? You don't say I to dance, I to eat, we to sing, right? They to eat dinner. You say I eat dinner, you dance, they sing, right? She walks to school. And so the verb changes a little bit. That's called conjugating. So in Spanish, that happens too. And the way they do that is by changing the ending, right? And so your whole list is AR verbs. So many AR verbs in Spanish follow a pattern when we conjugate them. And this is why they're called regular verbs. So that's the good news. There's a pattern. And so this is what you do to conjugate. You have sort of this 5-step plan. And what I have to do is get out of presentation mode because I actually have to type on this. So I'm going to see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let's see. I don't know if I can make it bigger because I have to type on here, and you guys are going to use this to fill out your notes. I'm looking, oh, here's the magnifying glass. Okay. So let's see if we can make this area a little bit bigger. All right, and now I have to go back to this so that I can type. So first of all, the present tense can be two different things, or kind of two different meanings. So it could be, for example, something, okay, so I'll copy this down, something you do in general. Or it can be something that's happening right now, right this second, like I'm talking. Why will this not work? Okay, so here we go. Or something happening right now. So, for example, I could say I talk, right? I talk every day. Or I could say I'm talking right in this moment. Okay, another example would be I eat dinner at 5 o'clock. It's not 5 o'clock right now. I'm not eating dinner, but that's still the present tense, right? I eat dinner at 5 o'clock. Or if it's 5 o'clock and I'm actually eating my dinner, it could be that as well. Okay, so something in general or something that's happening right now. Okay, so we have this chart here, and it's hard on remote learning to do this kind of stuff, but we're gonna just sort of do the best that we can. So this, you have 5 steps. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what we call the 5-step plan. And there's blanks here that we're going to fill out, and then examples that we're going to fill out together. Okay. So you are going to start with what we call the infinitive. The infinitive. I'm going to change to red so that hopefully it sticks out a little bit more. Okay. The infinitive. And that is the unchanged form of the verb. Okay, so let's look at example 1. It's already done for us. We have here, you dance. That's what we want to say. So you need to look at your vocab list, 1 through 24, and find the word on there that means to dance. And we can see right here, it's already filled in. That is this word, bailar, to dance. Now, we're not done. We have 4 more steps because, again, you have to change it so that you can use it in a sentence so that it makes sense. All right, next thing that you do, step 2, you are going to drop the AR. So you take that AR off the end of the verb, and what you're left with is called the root or the stem. So sometimes you'll see root, sometimes you'll see stem. So here we have our example again, bailar. You take off the AR, and we have that little dash there to mean that something is going to come after that. That's not a word, it's part of a word. Step 3, identify the, we're going to say subject. Usually it's a person, but it could be a book or a house or a movie. So we're going to write subject. And the subject of this sentence, like it says right here, like it just said, is usually a person. All right, so we get our subject from what we want to say in English. So if we scroll back up right here, it says you, whoops, it says you dance, right? And so we know that our subject is you, but in Spanish, that's tú. Informal is tú, right? Those are our pronouns. So that's, we learned that while we were still in school. Okay, step 4, you're going to select the new ending. All right, select the new ending. And you have a chart below where you are going to find your endings. And so mine is on a separate page, so I'm going to click to here. This is your chart, okay? And so we already said in the prior step that we need the to form because they're trying to say you dance. And so here's your ending. Here's all your endings. O, as, a, amos, ais, am. There's only 6 different endings. We don't have to worry about all those other ones right now because we're trying to say you dance, the to form, and that's right here, as. So let's go back here. Okay, and there it is, as, already filled in. And what you're going to do is attach that. So you attach the new ending to the stem. So you have B-A-I-L from up here, from step 2, your root or your stem. And you have your new ending from step 4. And when you combine that, bailas, right here, this is your answer. Bailas. All right, let's go back up and see what example 2 is. Okay, we sing. So the first thing that you have to do, let's see if I can do that. The first thing you have to do is look at your vocab list, 1 through 24, find the verb to sing. That's your infinitive, okay? And that is cantar. Okay. Step 2 tells us to drop the AR. And what we're left with is called the root or the stem. So if we drop this AR right here, make my font a little bit bigger, you have C-A-N-T, and put that little dash in there to tell us that something's going to come after it. Step 3, identify the subject. So again, remember your subject is right here. So it's we, and this again is from a prior lesson. So we is nosotros. Okay, step 4, select the new ending from the chart below, and you have to go to this page. Okay, nosotros, here it is, and our ending is amos. Right. And actually, I think if I shrink this, try to get everything on one line here. There we go. Our ending is amos. So I'm going to put that here, and we're going to put a dash that tells us that something comes before that. All right, step 5, you put everything together. So go back, step 2, find your stem, C-A-N-T. Here's your new ending, amos, and so the answer is cantamos. That means we sing in Spanish. All right, let's do one more example. So, all right, I arrive. So look at your vocab list, 1 through 24. What is the verb to arrive? Find the infinitive, and that is llegar. All right, step 2, drop the AR. You are left with space it down a little bit. L-L-E-G, like that. That's our root or our stem. Number 3, identify the subject of the sentence. And so again, the subject is I. This is everybody's favorite because it's easy. So that's yo. Okay, number 4, you're going to select the new ending from the chart below. So if you go down here to your chart, mine's on the next page, here's the yo form. The ending is O. It's the easiest one. All right. And number 5, attach the new ending to the stem. So what we're going to do is scroll up a little bit. Number 2, our root or our stem is LLEG. And we have just one little letter for our new ending, O. So llego means I arrive in Spanish. Okay, so I know this is a lot of information to do on remote learning. We have 2 practice pages here. So what I want you guys to do is go do those on your own. And then, so pause this video, do those on your own, come back and check this video, and I will give you the answers. All right? Okay, everybody, so you should have done those examples, and here I am going to give you the answers. And they're already filled out because this video is going to cut me off in a few minutes. So the answer to number 20 is hablo, hablo. 21 is preparas, you prepare. 22 is canta, the L, oh, that's wrong, celebra, ignore that. There we go, celebra, he celebrates, not sings. All right, 23 is mira, right? And 24 is estudia. 25. The nosotros form of cenar, so we, another mistake. So we eat dinner is cenamos. Good thing I'm going over this with you guys. I wouldn't have those mistakes. Cenamos. 26. The vosotros form of bailar is bailáis, with an accent. 27 is toman. 28, here's cantan, they sing. And 29, invitan. All right, so I know this was quick and it is a little bit of a confusing concept. So I don't want you to be too concerned if you're still feeling a little bit confused. There is a Google form this week, so I want you to do the best that you can. Whenever we get back to school in the fall, hopefully we will go over this again. So don't feel too stressed about this if you're lost. Okay, adios for now.